This shit work.
Okay, I am here. I thought you was putting on your picture.
Girl, I did. Girl, I went from my computer to my damn phone to my computer. And the computer ain't
I
acting
was,
right. And then I had to try to figure out on my phone how to do it. I'm like, whatever.
okay, right. So listen, honey, I just know that you ended up getting a video of this last stitch effort from the dumb drunk herself in the 11th hour with that staged scene. What in the world was that?
I don't
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
know. I got her in her good days now. But that was a fool. That was a complete mess. I thought, girl, like Giselle said, just take it off. Just take it off. She was trying to hit all the points her and Ray. I thought, do you think she looked different too?
Yeah, like maybe she got some work done or something.
I don't know. To me, she looked hard looking or something. So maybe I ain't had my glasses on correctly. I just thought she looked a little different. Maybe stressed, I
Or
guess.
maybe weight. She looks smaller. So
She
maybe
did. Yeah,
Mhm.
she looked smaller because I thought her nose looked different. She just looked different to me. But if I wouldn't have known, I would have had to really look to see that was Karen.
Mm-hmm. I
And I
agree.
and I'm like, oh, but that whole stage scene,
I agree.
girl. I'm like, so the whole thing about what Ashley said about somebody else was been driving, just out the window. She said she was driving, and she came from a friend's house, not a bar, like Giselle said.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing with self-medicating and upping the dosage, ah, that's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's why I said to me it's such a staged scene because here it is, like we just finished talking about Karen. And here it is, you just did this scene where you are depicting each and everything as Giselle and Ashley said, like covering all the bases. So you're making sure to still go with this medication, and now you explaining the dosage. Then you explaining when you started. And here it is, you just incriminated yourself yet again because at this point, like it's not, it was almost like she thought she was smarter than everybody else around her.
Girl, yeah.
Because at this point, now we know that this is your fourth one. This is over the course of 17 years, not seven. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so you have a problem.
Yes, she really does. She has a problem, and for her, to me, as a person, like Giselle has said, it's no way in the hell I would have seen that. First of all, would not have looked at the video. So I don't believe that. I think she thought she was gonna get it thrown out.
Hmm.
Because her lawyers, even if the lawyers look, and I'm pretty sure they did, they would have told her, look, this is not good. This is not good. This is not good. No, she thought that she was going to be able to throw it out, get a slap on the wrist, and keep it moving.
I agree.
And this whole thing is just it's nuts, especially when you were offered like 60 days in jail or house arrest.
I agree.
Girl, that's about
I
them.
agree. And then, like I say, I agree also that I really don't believe there is any way you did not see that footage. I don't think there's any way somebody didn't at least tell you about that. And again, like I said, it feels like she was covering all her bases, as if she really thought she was smarter than everybody, and that this information wouldn't be coming out but secondhand behind, you know what I mean, everything that's happening.
Yes.
And it's even with her pushing her dates back, I'm not even sure how she thought that, because you pushing the dates back. I agree with the girls. I'd have tried to get this over as soon as I could before I even started filming.
Yeah. Yes, because it could have been over with and done with.
And I gotta give Andy a few props. When they went into the scene, when they went into that last Karen segment, I really appreciate him at least for calling it out, because she wasn't here, or there, excuse me. And for him to just really point out, like, yes, Karen, you had no problem going and telling everybody else's stuff. You had no problem doing all of this wayward stuff. Like, you really did have a lot to really kind of, and even more now at this point, to even course correct, if that's what you do. But like I said on the text message, girl, throw the whole playbook out, because whatever playbook y'all coming from, it is old, tired, and
And
those
through.
plays have been ran. Okay.
It was old, tired, and through. The drunken grind. Come on now. I
Dried up.
I can't.
Dried up.
I can't help it. I said, in that bed, she just looked like an old woman.
Mm-hmm. Trying to stay up there, leaning across the bed.
Oh my God.
I agree with Giselle again.
Mm-hmm.
They did her no favors playing that video.
No, they sure didn't. Just threw it out. They could have just let it be.
Not one favor was met with the plan of that video. Like, in the words of Cynthia Bailey, I didn't learn a damn thing from that video.
Oh my God. Did even Greg try to give us the statistics on people getting in accidents? I mean, not Greg, what's his name? Right.
Right.
I go,
Like, are you kidding me? But
girl,
at
they
the
turned it
same
into an
time,
after school special.
the girl, you never lied. You called it right there. It said after school special. You ain't never lied. Listen, I said, I said, how you gonna call out the? Oh no, going back to this other person being in the car. How are you going through all of this and you want us to believe that you paid for somebody to drive you? But now, right here, this is the first time that we did at least hear her say, um, I did drive. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
Uh-huh.
That's the first time we heard her say that. But again, to Giselle's point, she was skating around the fact that she had an issue, and she still was pushing the medicine, and still was lying about the time frame even still.
I mean, and then then everybody coming out the woodworks calling her a day drunk.
Right.
I wonder
And you
what.
want to know something? I believe it.
Oh yeah, but I wonder what Wendy was going to say, but she held it in.
Well, she said. Well, she said that what she was going to say was what Giselle said. Um, or was it Ashley? Oh, let me think. Lord, why did that just
About the guy on the train or something?
Yeah. Because that's how she got into her story about somebody telling her that she day drink at their place.
Mm.
Hold on one second. Let me I stepped away really quick. I want to come back around to my microphone. But yeah, girl.
You said the damn drunk. The damn drunk.
Honey, that is what. Whenever we talk about Karen again, that solidified it. That video for me solidified it.
Girl, yes,
This
everything.
is not even alleged.
And girl, you know, they talking about her not being able to wear her wigs in jail.
Her wigs are the least of her problems. Because let me
Girl,
tell you something. Well, now, I don't know under that makeup and everything with all that work she done had done. I don't know. You know, I ain't quite sure what it might be looking like. But
girl.
I'm gonna tell you what, she in good company.
Yeah. Well, she gonna
She
be
is
fighting
in
for her
good
life to save her
company.
virginity.
Hmm?
As you know, what was it? Madea said she'd be in prison fighting for her life to save her virginity.
Okay, exactly. You are in good company as far as that wig go, because not only do
Girl,
you not have one, neither will anybody
nobody
else up
else.
in there.
Lord Jesus. She just she's 62 and going to jail. I wonder if this is the, well, I'm pretty sure she probably never been to jail even for this amount of time.
Clearly, she didn't think jails exist.
I don't know. She was I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what words to say because it's ridiculous.
I can't believe she mustered up that video. So, what I
She,
did notice is that's the same outfit now. I don't know why I felt like Andy was setting that video up to make it seem like they had filmed it some other time. Um, but maybe that's just me reading too much into it because I like I say I noticed the outfit, and so I said, okay, well that's the same
yeah,
day that they video her on the couch with the thank
yeah,
you, right?
uh-huh. She
But
just
like I
went up
said,
there.
now did you feel like am I tripping? Did Andy kind of present that as if it was a different day?
Well, yeah, he made you thought it was going to be something. Yeah, I mean, you're different, but they did that shit.
Okay, I just wanted to make
They
sure I
probably did
wasn't
that all in the
tripping.
time span of 30 minutes, girl. In and out. We're gonna do one
Exactly.
scene here.
Like I said, I just wanted to make. Well, they might have been in there longer than that for that staged choreographed scene.
Girl, I said,
between Karen and Ray. They probably was there a little bit longer. They might have had to do a couple takes.
oh, I just don't get it. Girl, she could have came to the damn reunion.
For
Hindsight,
that.
yes. You know she's gonna go to jail any damn ways.
Could have been your last hurrah.
Yes, and went out on top, honey. Told them bitches all what to do. I mean, that's what
Now
I
you
would
are
say.
hashtag the damn drunk.
Yes,
The
girl, I would.
dumb drunk.
Girl, I just would have told her like it is, and stood right in it. Shoot.
But she can't. That's the problem. Like that's what I'm saying. It's so absurd. We literally just sat and watched her talk about this and still nothing.
Mhm. Girl.
And I mean the closest we did get to it was her saying I drove the car. But I wonder why that was important. I wonder who it is that was in that car. Because somebody was in that car.
Do you think that's somebody that was in the car? Do you think they were driving?
You know,
Because that's some. I mean, for real. I can see if they were the passenger. 'Cause it sounds like it had to be a
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
And
I
maybe
think I
not.
agree with you about that.
But if you were the driver and you wrecked my car, girl, I wouldn't give a doggone. Everything's going to be
I,
out there
I agree with you
because I
about
ain't
that.
going to jail for nobody.
That's why I say that part. I agree. That doesn't
Mm,
make any sense that
no,
you would go to these lengths for somebody you paying to drive you around. That
girl,
doesn't make any sense.
girl, there ain't nobody paying. What time? What time was this in the morning?
I don't even know.
It was the wee hours, wasn't it?
I feel like it was like early, but I can't remember honestly.
I think it was after midnight.
I don't remember.
I think so
You
because I
probably
thought,
right. Yeah, I think you're right about it being like 3 or something.
girl, shoot. She like
Mhm.
shoot. She wasn't with no girl.
Hmm.
Not with no female, honey.
Yeah, see, and that's
What they
what
say,
we
only thing
saying.
open after 3 is legs, ain't it?
That's the truth, honey.
What was she doing? And why she just didn't say where she was at?
Well,
Giselle
and
trying to
look,
give her the benefit of the
well,
doubt that
she
she was
couldn't
at
have
a
just been
bar.
at his house because they was in the car together. So she was
Girl.
taking him somewhere.
Home?
Or maybe she had just dropped him off or something.
You think?
Now, because Giselle said, now look, now I'm finna go down a whole rabbit hole. Thanks, Giselle. So Giselle say, what she says, she went to a place that's about 4 minutes from her house.
Yes.
Now, I don't remember anybody really saying that, pointing out that she might have been that close to her home when she got into this wreck. So maybe she was taking the man home,
Mm.
dropping him off, and then got into.
Girl, that's a sorry man. Seriously.
Hmm.
Or he had to be drunker than her.
Well, if he either she was dropping him out, either way, he ran out the car. So yes, we know he is sorry man.
God, her old tail wandering around at 3
She done,
something in the morning.
according to her story, she done blacked out before she even hit the tree.
Girl, she done blacked out. Call these folks white trash. Said she's a Jefferson's concubine.
She done
Girl.
blacked out before she even hit the tree, and the man jumped out the car while she in there blacked out.
And her wig started running backwards.
Okay.
No. How she who told her she blacked out? When she come to?
She said she realized that.
How?
Listen. I'm just telling you what I heard on the screen.
I didn't understand that. I'm like, who told you you blacked out? And when'd you come to? I'm like,
Listen, now
did you have a
I
contusion?
agree.
Did she go to the
It
hospital?
don't sound like it. Don't sound like it. And,
Girl.
and listen, she doesn't have a problem, so I guess she wouldn't go to the hospital.
No, I'm talking about for the blackout.
No, I know, but I'm saying
Mhm.
she has a problem acknowledging any problem. So no, she's
Lord Jesus.
perfectly fine. She didn't go anywhere.
Now, Surrey County, take your goddamn key
I'm
back
sorry,
for
I'm
this
gonna go home.
bullshit. Take y'all key back, Surrey County.
Listen, you might want to snatch it up, honey. I don't know. Now, I don't know what type of people over there in Surrey County, and I don't
They,
know what y'all do for fun, but
they not good liars. Cause this ain't make no damn sense.
if you're not getting lit, okay, in the middle of the day, night, or whenever, and mixing it with your antidepressants.
Girl. Come on. So how long has she been doing this? She said
She
up in the
said the
dosage.
last 7 years on the video. Hold on 1 second, one more time. Sorry, give me one
Mm-hmm.
second. On the video, she said um she started taking the depressant 7 years ago when her parents passed, and then as life got harder and life was life, and she upped the dosage on her own instead of going back to the doctor.
Girl, she a whole junkie.
That's what she
Allegedly.
said
She a whole
in
junkie.
my Michael Scott voice.
So how was she getting the pills then? If she's up in the dosage. She had been getting off the streets.
You said what?
How would she be getting her prescriptions if she upped the dosage? She had to be getting them off the street or buying it from
Listen, that see, you are doing exactly what she didn't think anybody would do, which is try to make sense out of it. Okay,
because
I
you would run
listen,
out.
I'm telling you what this lady told us on the TV. And don't
Girl,
question me about where she get it from.
girl, because I mean that makes no sense. And she's sitting there telling Ray, and he just sitting here, yeah, that's where the problem comes in. Shit, she a whole junkie.
You say not just an alcoholic, she is a junkie.
Girl,
Or
yeah, she a junkie because she buy her pills off the street. Or either you going to one of them doctors that just write you prescriptions.
now that might be it.
Girl, could you imagine Karen buying her the Grand Dame? What did Whitney Houston say? She said, "I'm too rich to ever do crack."
Honey, and
Got
what
me
we
the
do,
receipt.
find out she did, huh?
Girl, how did the Grand Dame that stoop to the likes of hanging out with the dang on people that sell it? What is it called again? Those what is the folks addicted to? What is it called? I can't even think the word is.
I don't
What,
even know.
what is the pills they call it? We got the epidemic. What is it called, girl?
Oxycontin or um
Girl with the
opioid.
opioids. She addicted to the opioids, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, she down there in Surrey. Girl, she getting them pills in Surrey County.
Honey, that's why I said I don't know what type of people down there like.
Because you know that be them small towns. They got
she,
everybody and
yeah,
their mama on
she
it.
got the local doctor writing her scripts. Karen, you done made a whole fool out of
Of your,
yourself.
I just would have took it
And
that I was a
Bravo,
drunk. I was just
Bravo
I'm a
did
drunk.
not help you out, and I don't even blame them. See, like this is the stuff that I do like about old Shady Andy, though. Like I said, he know how to twist the knife in.
Girl, I'm like sitting here thinking, I'm like, damn, I just would have rather been a drunk. I don't think I want to be a drunk and an addict at the same time.
Well, according to Karen, she not. Who is? Like,
Then she's not taking the prescriptions like responsibly. She said she upped it herself.
she
That
said
sounds
she
like
upped it.
girl,
And
that's
she
whole
got a good
addict.
reason for it. So, like, it sounds like she thinks, right, that she needs to regulate her medication. You see what I'm saying? Like,
And
she
not the
don't think
doctors.
she needs to get off of it.
Girl, she been on these for 7 years. You can't tell me she ain't addicted to it.
Did you hear me say she feel like she needs to regulate it?
Girl, she about to up it. Girl, they would have locked her ass up. She'd have upped it some more. We'd have heard, Lord have mercy.
Honey, she gonna have to up it to make it through this year.
Girl, my cousin worked in the jail. They don't give a damn about what you been addicted to no dang on pills. She ain't about to get shit now.
What I'm saying is,
Uh,
if unless she gonna spaz out, so they gonna put her on the little ward where they ain't gonna have no choice but to give it to her, so they calm her
mhm.
tail down.
Did somebody say she was having withdrawals?
Oh, now that I don't know. It's interesting that I think I might have listened to a different live, that talked about like alcoholism. I think in that way to say I heard them kind of say that like alcohol withdrawals are basically really difficult for people to get through. Like people can actually pass away while experiencing them. Like I didn't know that it was like that, but then again it makes sense, and that's why I say like I can almost kind of imagine Karen day drinking. But you know what else I thought about while that video was playing? Where are the Emmys? Karen gonna get, if she gonna got her jail sentence, and they gonna give her an Emmy for this bull we just saw this. They gonna give her an Emmy. But
Girl.
you know what else I thought about while I was watching this production?
What?
I said, remember they was on a trip. Now I can't remember the trip, but Karen wasn't drinking then. Remember, she was drinking milk because it was so gross. Like, who drink? Because it's like 7 o'clock at night. It was dark, whatever time of the night it was. And she talking about, oh, I'm having some milk. And I don't know if they was eating dinner or something, but it was an off time to be drinking milk, you know.
Wasn't
But
it
she
saying that she had something wrong with her stomach or something?
That's correct. That's what I was going to say. She was talking about she had something wrong with her stomach. I can't remember if she said antacids, but what I really was thinking that this is alleged. This is alleged, and I am just like I said, I'm down the rabbit hole in a way. Or like it's small little because it ain't that far to go. Karen is in jail, but I said, what if this lady has ulcers? And going back to like the day drinking and stuff, like, you know, it may be something that she does. She might have to literally function. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's why I mean, like, I can almost imagine the day drinking, especially in a sense where you filming, um, and you've managed to keep this away in a sense outside of the people who work at these establishments that you're going to, you know what I mean, get drunk at. So that would say to me that you probably are needing it to function.
Yeah.
And that is something you're not trying to let nobody see. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you know what? Sharice called and she said she was nothing but a drunk.
She did tell it.
She said that's the word in Potomac. She was a drunken whore. I think that's what she said.
And like Andy
Allegedly.
said, or was it Andy? One of the girls on that mentioned if she was having drinks with her girlfriends. Now one of them came up and said you were.
Exactly. Because
Honey,
she
she
wasn't
got
with
some
no
terrible
girlfriend. She
friends,
was a
honey.
whole man.
Okay.
She was a whole man. Girl doing everything that Ray can't do. And girl, he probably a worthless man because she old, so you know she had probably had a young man, girl.
A
One of them
young
young
loser.
girl, look, one of them young thug boys from Surrey County that brought a script.
Probably got a warrant out for his arrest.
Girl had a
So he
warrant
had to hop out.
because you know it wasn't no older man leaving off in the middle of the night.
Okay. On foot, running,
Girl.
booking, honey.
Wait a minute. Who called the damn police in the first place? Did she call? Did she call the police or somebody else called?
Well, you know, now that part I don't know, but what I'm thinking just off rip, now considering she didn't have a car registered, she didn't have
had
a
no
license
or insurance.
renewed or insurance, this is going a bit far. But you know, the cars now kind of come equipped with OnStar and stuff. So
Yes.
I may be
Okay.
thinking maybe something like that happened.
Well, girl, she probably didn't pay the girl. That was an old car.
Well, that's why I was saying, considering all of those other things were not up to date.
She probably had no OnStar because I'm telling you, like when my husband did get in an accident, and somebody had hit him as he was driving. They hit the side of the T-bone him and spin him all the way around, and all the airbags came out. And the OnStar people called, and they was like, "Mr. Hogue, are you okay?" My husband said, "Shit, I thought that was God talking to me." He didn't know what was happening, girl. He was headed east. No, headed west, and it turned him around. He was headed east. He said, "I don't know what was going on." But the OnStar did call, but it called the police for him. So maybe that could be so. But you paying for OnStar, but you don't register your car.
But see, I'm not even assuming that she had paid for it. My point is exactly what you just described. I know that most of these newer cars, really just have it already. And you're right, you do got to pay, the subscription service or whatever, monthly service, whatever.
Yeah, because hers was past that subscription time where they give you.
But I'm just assuming that because it's in there, like you kind of saying, like maybe because they knew the car was in some sort of impact. If she had been blacked out, just going by her words, they couldn't get any response. It just makes sense why they would probably have, what I'm saying, located got somebody out there. And
Girl.
and maybe I'm being generous about that, but you know, like just being reasonable in my
Was it the car? Was it a Maserati or something like that?
I believe so.
And I think
I
it was
think
an
the judge
older
called it
one.
a Mazda, honey.
I think it was older, like a 2017 or something.
Uh, I mean, I don't know. I like I said, I'm just being a little reasonable, but maybe
Yeah.
the person who fled the scene, God.
Girl, I would have fled with him. Look,
Because
no,
I'm
look,
trying to say,
hindsight
depend
2020.
like we said, like how did he get away, and how long would it have taken the cops to get there? Because so now
Yeah,
we are questioning how old was this guy? Is he a runner? Is he a track star? Because
girl,
he got the
he
hell
was.
because Bray had enough time to get on the scene, and it seemed like Bray was there pretty quick too.
You remember the Giselle said it was only the bar was only 4 minutes away.
Right.
So, honey, I don't know. In that case, girl, honey, please, I would have, I probably would have tried to run with the man,
Well,
knowing,
that's why I say, like, for some reason, it seems like it was important. Like, again, they doing all of these things to touch the bases, to touch the topics, right? That
yeah,
seemed like they had been discussed or that they knew would be discussed. But she's to say, I did that, or maybe that's her. That was what she thought accountability
really
sound
was.
like.
Yeah, I thought that's what I thought she was trying to take accountability at that point there. I want to know
Well,
how.
she tried.
Girl, she tried, but this failed miserably.
Oh God.
Eh,
Honey, this is a fall. You talk about a fall from grace, honey. You know, and I think about Luann, like I think I mentioned her earlier, and maybe in my other live, which do you know, I don't think that's on my page. I've been looking and I'm like, it ain't there. That's silly. That's crazy. Anyway, but Luann, I think about her um with the fall from grace in a sense. And, you know, I give Luann credit because I think, and maybe I'm delusional, but I feel like with her letting go of that countess title while it came forced on her where she almost had no choice because of her actions, she also did it pretty gracefully because she got to the point where even she realized, like, well, I'm not being countess. I'm out here. I'm single. This is not countess behavior. You know what I mean? I'm
yeah.
trying to find me a man. Like, and so now, to be honest, I've enjoyed Luann, even as not being, or she might have gone back and forth. I think she relapsed like once or whatever. But even being sober, I enjoy seeing her because at this point, she does seem to be able to seemingly be herself, right? And so, kind of, but we cannot break through that barrier with Karen. I feel like all of these things we've seen from her is just more and more validation or proof, you know, like that the hope that she is going to be humble in some way, you know, doesn't exist for her,
Oh,
you know?
well, honey, I think she humbled now.
No, I don't think she is for
You don't
some
think
reason.
so? In jail?
Again, it's really because of everything else. Because like like even though she wasn't in jail, and
Mm.
just like to their point, you turned down the 6 months. You turned down, like, I'm not understanding what it is that they thought they were able to beat.
She
Now,
drank her own Kool-Aid. She the grand dame, and she thought everybody, she thinks she's like Beyonce, or she thought she was like ASAP Rocky and Rihanna.
what
Seriously,
I'm saying at the like even with the last video where you know that you have to go and be sentenced, and then and you are doing this going, you know, you made the point to say it is not court mandated, you know, like that you're going to this treatment center. So even with that, knowing that it definitely is the reason why you're going, you know, is
yeah,
to help your sentence, you know. So with that, with that move, you are knowing that you are facing something and you're trying to do something to lessen that. So you are aware of some risk. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you gotta look at it for what it is. I think she want us to be caught up in the other stuff, but tell yourself the truth, honey, because that's the truth. You know, you did have that information. So that's what I mean. Like I have a hard time imagining that somebody who would take this they to this level in this way, that she I think she might try to act like, but like she did on that video. But I just don't see I don't have any faith that I don't have any faith that this is an eye opener for her. And again, but I
Mm,
hope that it would be. I think, like I said, I think that having this time, being take away from your family, Ray, all of this, the cost, the money part of it, you can get that back, but you're not gonna get this
the
time.
time,
You
she
know?
sure not. Especially at that big age she is,
Mm-hmm.
because anything, I'm not saying, anything can happen to any
I
of us.
said to Ray, but also
Mm.
to her.
Yes, she's older, and we don't know if she have any health problems, you know what I'm saying? Diabetes, high blood pressure, or whatever. And you hear
Well,
in
we know
this
she had an alcohol and pill popping problem. No, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm just poking a little fun.
yeah, throwing some shade, but she put it out there. She put it out there. she put
Uh-oh, wait a minute.
mm,
Yeah, but we do know that.
yeah, she put it out there for everybody now to judge her and call her all kind of drug addicts.
The Dom drunk, honey. The Dom
Girl.
drunk.
And let everybody wonder, like, what really happened that night? Why
That
were you
weekend,
out that
ooh,
late?
hashtag free
Yeah,
Karen.
girl, yes. Oh my God. I hate this for her though. I really do. I mean, to be in my 60s or anybody in their 60s in jail.
Mm-hmm,
That's
mm-hmm. I mean,
that's
correct.
ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
With
Especially
the
when you could have gotten a linear
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
because I would have definitely took house arrest any day.
Here's the other thing about it. As you talking, I'm thinking too. She knew she had those other DUIs. That was information we really didn't know.
Yeah. And you know what I think she was probably thinking, because it was over a certain length of period, time, and it's been a
I'm
big
sure
gap
that
in
her
it.
lawyer made sure she knew
Yeah.
otherwise. I
I
can
don't understand
understand
why
you
her
thinking
lawyer
that on your own, but once you get yourself in this predicament, and at this point, that's what I mean. Like you got these priors. So yeah, how is it that you wanted to roll the dice again?
they didn't give her
What
the
was
time.
the protection? What
They
was
didn't.
I wonder what it was that she was wanting to, or what she was even trying to avoid.
I think she just truly thought that her fame and that judge was going to give her leniency.
And that's such a shame because you had examples prior to you.
Yes, but
And
the thing about
again,
it,
and they didn't even have what you had. That's what I'm saying. Like those other two ladies, that was their first offenses. How dare you compare what you thought you might have get, you know what I mean, to what you maybe saw, when you not even dealing with the same set of circumstances.
girl, she's the grand dame. So
Honey,
she
the
thought,
the Dom drunk.
and she ain't
Free
think her
Karen.
ass was going nowhere. So she was, believing her own
Hashtag pray for Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben, honey.
Pray
Uncle
for
Ben
Uncle
probably out here
Ben.
having his best life,
Oh,
girl.
that ain't Uncle
He
Ben.
just
Wait,
took his
who was
ass over to
Ray? Uncle
Florida.
Ben was what's his name? What's his name? Thomas. Peter Thomas.
Peter Thomas.
Um. So no, who was Ray?
Giselle called him Uncle Ben.
Oh, did okay. So I got it right. All right, because that's
Mhm.
what I was trying to remember what she had on that doggone on that shirt.
On
Because
that
that's
shirt,
what
she
we
called
gonna
him
do
Uncle
is
Ben.
go recreate that shirt. That's what we gonna do, especially for Miss Karen,
Girl.
formerly known as the Grand Dame.
Yeah, it should be formerly known as the cartoon.
Hashtag.
And did you hear them say something about there was beers in the car?
Yeah.
Because she said she was drinking champagne or whatever. And then one of them said, but what about the beer cans in the car?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, how they know all that?
I'm telling you. I wonder how they know all of that also.
Girl, they is getting the tea, girl, because the young dude out there telling all this shit.
But
Whoever
you
flew.
see, but you notice that Giselle, I feel like had information. I think I said this about her, kind of having a protection over Karen,
Yeah.
which it's fine. You know what I mean? I think Giselle has shown herself to be a good friend to Karen, or to just be a girl's girl to her. That
Uh-huh.
doesn't make Giselle a girl's girl at this point, but we know that she has it in her because she was to her.
Girl, now why Giselle don't like Stacy?
You know, I don't know. Hmm. That's why I said we're not saying she a girl's girl, but we know she displayed qualities.
Because she was giving her the business tonight.
That was something, honey. That was something.
Who do you believe?
This, I,
TJ or Stacy?
this is, to be honest, I think my opinion is an unpopular opinion because uh, I think it is salacious,
Yes.
in a sense, to play around with somebody being paid to come on, on the show.
Uh-huh.
I try to use logic and maybe common sense, and I mean, logically, I don't understand why you would have to pay anybody to come show up.
Yeah.
He is a struggling actor. Or maybe not even struggling. Let me listen. I've added the struggling here. Like he
Yeah,
might
he is
not
a
be struggling.
well.
He might be doing just fine. He might
In
be in
what?
these comments and hear that and be ready to go off on me. But what I am saying is, like, that being on this show will give you access, appeal, viewership, all, what I'm saying? So I don't know that paying somebody to show up and film is something that I mean, outside of like Mia with Jacqueline. I could see Mia paying Jacqueline, if Jacqueline is not in a way getting her own pay, which she might not as a friend. I don't know. I don't really know how the friend does work
Uh,
all the time. I know the names we know probably have payments, but like her, not sure. And again, I can see Jacqueline paying her um in a way of helping her friend. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
hey, come on and do this with me. You know what I mean? But that fell flat for me. The only thing it really does is just give you something cute to talk about, and I felt like the same when it came down to Kenya and Walter. Honestly,
Yeah.
even though I know, like that was the deal, I've never really fell into that thought process of believing that Kenya paid this man, like to come on this show. It's absurd
Yes. I
in
don't
my
believe
opinion.
she yeah, I don't believe she paid him, but I think
Mhm.
what she did was try to lead everybody to believe that the relationship was more than it was.
I can agree with that.
Cause she tried to make it like he was about to ask her for marriage, and he looking at her like, "What? We just started, like talking. We're
I can
dating.
agree with that.
You
And
know,
before he kind of did that little what Azara call it roid rage, but before he kind of was snappy with her, I really kind of was taken up for TJ in the sense of saying how refreshing it seemed to be that this man was really upfront about what he wanted to do, not being sexually active or intimate,
yeah,
kind of being clear with her about where they stood. That's what I heard out of his mouth, those first two episodes or maybe one. Um but once we get down, because even I agree with Jacqueline, like even if he is just throwing that stuff out there, well, that's not Christian like. And
it's
let's just
not.
put that to nothing. Even if it was like, even if she had paid him, why would you throw her under the bus like that?
Exactly.
But again, I'm like I say, that's just to even entertain the fact that that is something that happened. But I actually just don't believe it. I just don't.
Now I don't believe it either. I don't believe
Yeah.
she paid him. That I mean, because and why would we? Why would we believe him? Because he's the one that's supposed to have been a devout Christian, and to me, Stacy has always pretty much act the same way. But this
Yeah.
devout Christian talking all this shit now
Yeah,
and
I'm telling
throwing her
you.
up under the bus, he could have just said, "No, I'm not coming to the reunion." That's it.
Hmm.
All this extra stuff, talking about I ain't coming to this fake ass show and this and that and the other. I said,
Yeah.
where that devout Christian boy go?
I'm saying right. That right. Where is he?
And why you on here being a Christian but you lying about your
Again, like
relationship?
that's what even for you to have agreed to that, if she
Yes,
had, that would, I mean, you exposing who you are.
exactly. And she seemed to have thought that they were really good friends.
Well, clearly they're not.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
clearly they are not. But yeah, I'm like, listen, Stacy had a pretty decent season. Maybe this is the Kenya plan. Maybe this is what gets you another, chance to come back. We have a lot of first season wonders, like they come, they don't really last. Usually what does help them last is to have that little bit of questionable, you know what I mean? Story. Uh Drew, we saw it with Drew. That's why we still have her on the screen. Mia.
Oh
Um,
Lord.
yeah, I mean, so
Oh,
maybe this brings Stacy back.
well, she should come back before Kay.
That's for sure.
And what do you think about Mia leaving?
I didn't miss her. I thought it was a antic. Um,
Mm-hmm.
she did that thing I don't like, which is, it's not about my children. I'm out.
Yeah.
I won't let anybody question my mothering. And it's like, but girl,
Girl. You
you
put it
brought
out
all of
there.
this to the table. Like
Yes.
nobody came and pulled your card. You
Girl.
showed all your cards.
Yes.
Can't take the heat, get that ass out the kitchen. So that's what she did. And we didn't miss her.
Nah, I think she thought they were going to probably run after her.
Well, yeah, and even Andy didn't. Andy, it's so funny. You can see him when he rolls his eyes a little bit, and he be, I don't know if he be tired of them, tired.
Girl, it was a long day. How many hours was they filming for?
I think they do. I know they do a good 12. I mean, I feel like just at a minimum. So at times they can go over that. And I feel like more recently they have not gone over maybe that 12-hour type of day.
Uh-huh.
But there have been times where they have. But I think maybe like with Mia leaving and stuff, that's probably a sign of what I'm saying about them seeming to stick to that like a 12-hour type of time frame. In which like, hey, we don't have time for this. Bye. Look, we're done with you anyway. She didn't have another packet.
So wait a minute. Do you think that affects her being invited back next year or next season?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like I said, she did, finish her package and stuff, and she did show up in the first place. So I don't know.
Girl. Well, I would say the reunion was better than the season.
It certainly was.
Because I didn't watch it.
It certainly
I
was.
caught bits and pieces. That's it.
Yeah, it certainly was better than the entire season.
Because it did not hold me at all. It did not.
And we're gonna be looking out for JPay from Karen.
Girl, it's terrible. We know about that stuff. Girl, them family members. Lord have mercy.
Hashtag JPay. What's
Girl,
Karen's JPay?
They got JPay for the county.
I don't know, child. I think so, though.
Oh my goodness.
For some reason, I think so.
Poor Ray gonna have to figure out how to put money on her books and do all that.
What Andy say? That clankety clank did not age well. No,
girl,
it did not.
no. He gonna have to order her commissary. Lord have mercy.
No, it did not.
It did not at all. I just don't understand Karen because there's no way in the hell I would have been. She really thought she was gonna get off.
She had to. She had to. But I am just having this hard time believing where that information came from. It wasn't her legal team telling her that. Couldn't have been.
Girl, she believed.
And that might have been not just to push the date back. That literally could have been why she fired them. For not wanting to do something, like she telling them she want to do.
Girl, but look, Ray Charles can see. Once they saw that video, it was over with.
And I can imagine that she would not have wanted to watch something, especially even at the point of which you figured you would get it thrown out and the judge doesn't throw it out. Oh, she did say she didn't have to watch it then. Okay, because I'm like, even at that point, now I know you do want to see it now. But yeah, I can't imagine that you even made a decision to keep going without seeing it. That doesn't make sense.
I misunderstood it. I thought she had to watch it while they were in court.
That's what I'm saying. So that had to be after the judge dismissed having it thrown out.
Yeah, but to me, before all that, I'm gonna take care of me.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yes, that don't make sense. That makes
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if even once you put the order to have it thrown out, it seemed to me like you still would have wanted to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you have something thrown out? Maybe it would have proved that you wasn't. You see, you know what I mean? Like, if you really didn't know.
She wasn't blacked out and she knew what the hell she said.
That's what I mean. Listen.
She knew, and she believed her own delusion.
That like that it doesn't make sense and it just doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. I mean, outside of like the things that do make sense are the unfortunate things. It makes sense that you would have to go and sit down for a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, after we get the facts, all of those things add up. What's not adding up is, was somebody else in the car with you? Where is that person? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not adding up. And again, because she was intoxicated, I mean, maybe that's something that her and Ray rehearsed.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe she hit that tree so hard she flew back to the years into last.
Girl, she flew back. The wig flew back. Car caught on fire.
I'm saying, right? She got knocked back 10 years and she woke up thinking it was 10 years ago. And so that's what she was telling her, like, yeah, the driver must have left. Like, because I know I had one.
Girl, I don't know. I just say this. She took a bad. She
And because you're so inebriated, who else is about to go and find the person? See, like that's your defense. Like if there was somebody there.
mm,
So that I feel like it's kind of like batting at 1,000. So again, I'm like, you having this sentence put upon you, those things make sense. And like I know I said it, and I hate that video is not up. I got to try to figure that out. But the judge was not he was harsh with her, but he wasn't out of line. He wasn't
mm,
talking to her rude. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
he was telling her the truth.
honey.
He was telling her the truth, and that, like, even what we watched that scene, you know, you talking, getting to tell your own narrative. Your husband can't even find the space to tell you the truth.
Mm, mm, mm.
He going right on along with what you got to say. He
And
know damn well your ass is running around here crazy as a Betsy bug.
and then for him not to watch the tape either.
Now, what I can believe is that Ray didn't see it.
But I'm pretty sure. I guess.
I can believe Ray didn't see it because I can believe that Karen probably did what she did to everybody else to Ray also.
What?
I don't know if Ray goes to work every day. It sounds they
Girl,
make it
working
seem like
where?
he does, huh?
He still work? That man ain't retired.
That's what I'm saying. They make it seem like he does. He doesn't say anything about being retired.
Girl, it's to be assumed. Shit, ain't he
Did they
80?
have wait? But I'm trying to think because I would have figured they would have had a party. Was one of their parties a retirement party? I don't think so.
Girl, no,
But I'm saying I'm only just questioning because
no.
I mean I don't know. I'm just questioning if he is still going to work. My point really would be that there probably is some lifestyle in which it's easy to only tell him the things, you know what I mean? He need to know what you want him to know. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And so you might be telling him things are going fine. You might be going to meet the lawyer by yourself. I actually, honestly, I would believe Ray didn't see that video more than Karen didn't see it.
Mm-hmm. But it's my only question is because Ray seems, to have the business acumen and to know more than she knows. I don't. To me, I would imagine that he would have been trying to handle things for her because you see how he came to the scene. It was trying to handle the scene for her when the police were
But
there.
you can't. We saw him do that because I think that's what a good husband would want to do. You
Yeah, but
see
it seemed
your
like a good
partner.
husband would have been on it about the dang on lawyer.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying too, because I mean that's a good point. But I'm saying in the sense
Mhm.
of in this case, there is not anything any other person can do. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? This is your case. You know what I mean?
yeah, but he could have gave her good counsel,
I,
and
be-
he
I
would have
it's
seen
not
that.
it's not my belief that she didn't. Your counsel works for you.
No, 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 no. I'm talking about Ray. If he could have seen the video,
Oh, well,
he
that's
would
the
have gave
reason
her
why I
good
said
counsel.
way more willing to believe that he didn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
I am. I'm way more willing to believe that. And I don't know, does that mean I'm taking up for him? Because I'm not trying to give him a way out either. I think I'm just saying, especially with the age gap and stuff like that, I think I just see a world where she can have this life and have these things going on. I can see a world where he is not knowing that she is in this state.
So do you think the reason why she wouldn't let him see the video is because maybe she thought that the man might have been still around who was in the car with her? That might be a glimpse of him on the video.
No, I no, cause well, so listen, I'm making fun about the man being in there, but no, I just think I really think that I think that she thinks as the grand dame that she is able to control all aspects of things. The stuff that took place in the court is, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the part you can't, but what you let your husband in on, you can.
Girl.
Up to a certain extent, because I feel like at this point, so even with the video, like he's seen that as well at this point, like, but is there a world where she would tell him, oh, don't worry about it? Is it a world where she might convince him that she didn't see it, even though she has? I don't know. I don't know. But I do believe that he didn't see it. I would believe that before I believe she did.
Oh Lord.
And the only reason why is because it's your case and not his.
Exactly.
That's the only reason why I really am staying strong on that opinion. If he want to say he didn't see that video, I'll let him have it. I won't even fight him.
Well, evidently he didn't, because I can't imagine he would let her make those kind of decisions. And he seems to be more level-headed than she is.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, he's more cultured than she
but
is.
Again, what we have to go back and really consider also is that at the point in which he's viewing the video for his own self, this is after those deals have been taken off the table.
Yeah, exactly. No. Exactly. I know that what you're saying. I'm just saying if he would have seen it ahead of time, so she had some kind of lie or something, because I just can't see, as me as a woman been married for 31 years, that if I'm in this kind of situation, or if my husband was in that kind of situation, that I would not be going to, or he would not be going to the attorney with me.
I agree. But are you coming home lit like that in 3-something in the morning without your husband too?
Girl, if I was, he still had to come, girl. I'm not doing that, no. But I just can't. I mean, for you looking at an older person, and her husband is the one who had the business. He's the one that's college educated. I don't know. Maybe she might have a degree. It just seems like he has more, knowledge about a lot more things than she does. That she would have been asking for his advice at some point. Being
Maybe
married.
she couldn't. I don't know. I agree. I mean, I wholeheartedly agree with it. But I kind of do think I understand a world where he probably was finding out a lot for the first himself.
Well, I'm
Her
pretty sure he
kids
did.
probably were finding out. You know what I mean? Certain things they may not have known she had those other DUIs. Well, I don't know. You know what I mean? Because she may have,
That's public record.
one become reckless driving, but I'm saying she may have told a person she was going to court, but you may not have been forthcoming about what it was.
Yes, because I mean, for her to make life decisions like this without consulting her husband is ridiculous to me.
It is. Now that it is.
Here's the offer that we have.
Because what I gather, going back to that video, what I gathered from even that conversation, this didn't sound like two people who even had this conversation before.
Yeah.
Like that, it didn't seem like a conversation between a husband and a wife who discussed any of this up until that point.
Yeah.
did you feel like that was a conversation they had previous or since this happened, or did you get that feeling?
No, I believe they had that conversation when they knew they was going to film and they
Yeah,
was going to rehearse what they was going to
right.
say.
So that go back to me saying there's a world where Karen could be keeping a lot from that man.
Well, yeah, just like the man that was in the. Yeah, I believe she was with some man that night. That's what I believe. And I
And
don't
shame
like
on him for jumping out the car and taking and
exactly.
running for it.
And then she got to go to whole jail
Find
about it.
that man. Hashtag find the missing man.
Where is he at? I want to hear his story because I
Okay.
don't understand this. How she just would make this kind of decision, especially when they offered you, house arrest.
I'm saying.
That is ridiculous that you would gamble your freedom at your big age. I cannot believe that. I think she just really thought that because she's who she thinks she is, that she was going to get off.
And I think that's a shame.
Yes.
Cause I don't know where that idea came from. What example would she have from that?
Girl, I don't know because she didn't believe. What he said, don't believe the hype.
That, I
You believe,
mean, that's what I'm saying. Like that. Like when we talk about the Lulu, you know what
girl.
I'm saying? Like, where did that idea even come from? Because who did you see that happen to? You know what I'm saying? Who?
Exactly.
Where did that idea come from? Like I said, I don't know on some other video, but Dorinda don't have no DUI. They did end up what she likes to say put her on pause because she did seem to display some sort of issue with alcohol and filming, and it started to get out of control. Here's the thing about Dorinda: she don't have no DUI because she in New York. She doesn't drive.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
that's for real. She doesn't drive. So that's why we don't see, like, she probably got the same issue that Karen has outside of not facing a year in jail, you know what I mean, for driving while drunk. Sonia, same. You know, the same for her. She doesn't drive. And I, she probably drink less than Dorinda, but she get lit when she do.
Girl.
The other ones that we know that actually got DUIs, they actually got reprimanded and harsher than she ever did, even for the ones that she had previous. Like this, like that's what I mean. Like you was living in La La Land for you to sit up with three other times. And this is interesting, even where she lived. It could have been possible for you to be going in front of the same doggone judge.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine that. But that's why I say with the judge, his sentencing and his statement and stuff to her, I thought it was very appropriate because he was right about everything he said.
You know what? Maybe she thought because she got that key to Surrey County.
That meant that was the key to that county jail. She
Maybe
should have found that out that night when they didn't come and get her.
yeah.
Like when she,
When she had to sit down there, honey.
mm-hmm.
I just don't. But she's blacked out too, so maybe she ain't came to yet.
And listen, I believe she did black out.
Girl.
I said it though. I said it from the video. I said she could not have remembered that she did that. I believe that. That's a part of that video and a truth that I'm willing to go along with and say it's part of the story. You know what I mean? Like, of course, no. You that level of intoxication that you was, you most certainly blacked out.
Mm-mm-mm.
Go back to the same point again. When they tell, if I blacked out, I most certainly want to see that body cam footage. Yes, you let me see it.
Exactly.
Yeah, let me see.
Because you said I did what?
Okay.
I said what to who? I don't know. So she blacked out and said she had a driver. So the driver is from 10 years ago. And I just want to know when she came to.
The next morning.
Did she come to in the jail?
Yeah.
Because I seem like I would have sobered up real quick.
No, not at the level she was. She was already, and when like that's the thing. She was already blacked out. She was woke. You know what I mean? I don't think blackouts is always a state of being asleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she was in a state of. That's why she don't remember none of that.
I
Um.
agree.
Hmm.
I can agree.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, for sure. I hope she getting along fine. I hope Bray is able to come, do his visits every week or so. So maybe, and I don't know if that'll be good or bad because I feel like if you are still trying to figure out a way to make life as comfortable as you can, then maybe you're not learning. I don't know a lesson. It's not me saying that people need to suffer. I don't know, but sometimes you do just need to feel it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So again, I guess it's just something. The story will continue. The saga shall continue for
Yeah.
the dumb drunk, okay, formerly known as Karen Hugo, or formerly known, also known as no, formerly known as the Grand Dame, also known as Karen Hugo. That's where we're going.
That is ridiculous.
Okay, we're gonna figure out Karen's JPay. See if we need to send her, some words of
There's
encouragement.
encouragement.
See if they got any books we can get for her.
I would get some of the stuff off a commissary list.
Maybe she can take a page out of O.J. Simpson's book and she can write a book on what not to do when you get into a DUI.
Yes, I don't know.
Because everything she did,
Was wrong.
do the opposite.
Was wrong. God.
She might as well took a breathalyzer.
Look, what did Portia say? Wrong, 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 wrong,
Wrong road, wrong road.
wrong, wrong. Lord have mercy, but girl, I'm gonna get
I
my
tell
money.
them cops was probably cracking up. That lady had the nerve to tell them she wasn't taking no breathalyzer and said she can't even stand up straight.
And
Can't even stand up straight.
yes, the video told it all.
So that honey, you might as well took that breathalyzer because you didn't do yourself any favors, and
No.
nor did Bravo. So Bravo to Bravo for doing what they could to not let her off the hook. And I don't think they did that in a mean, malicious way. I'm just kind of saying it in the sense where I like that they did come back to it. I like that they went ahead and aired that. I'm sure Andy thought the same thing, even though we didn't hear a lot of what he had to think about that video. He seemed like he thought it was more sincere. At least that's what he said. But I'm sure he had to know that seemed really fake. And so, yeah, like, even though I agree with Giselle, like, y'all could have left that on the cutting room floor, and they could have. However, it was really important for them not to.
Yeah.
I wonder if they had it on the cutting room floor until this sentencing happened, because I also do not. We saw Giselle say, we saw her reaction, but we never saw what she was reacting to. Like in that portion, we had no idea that there was another. It was like they alluded to it, but they didn't really confirm.
Yeah.
And so that I'm wondering if maybe it was a last stitch decision, you know what I mean, to kind of say
Yeah.
throw it in, because all it did was throw her. Look, it gave the bus permission to back it up and roll it over again.
Wait, do you think she's coming back now?
I think that's all she can do is think about coming back.
Lord have mercy.
She was already talking about it sitting laying across that bed, half dead.
That's what she looked like, half dead. You damn right. Girl, she had on that mortuary makeup. That's what that was. Girl, did Phaedra fix her face? I mean,
I don't know. It looked like it, maybe.
girl, I'm like, cause why she look like that? Mm, that's what it
She
was, half
closed her
dressed.
gap. That might, and then her lips be plump. That's to me what I noticed about her.
Does she what?
Closed her gap, and then looked like she might get lip fillers or something.
Mm. Oh, so she had a gap in her between her teeth.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I have to go back and pay attention now.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she had a gap in the middle of her teeth.
So she probably got veneers. Oh well. Mm. Oh,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah, because she didn't get no braces. So right, I should rephrase that.
Cause honey, only thing like when it first started airing, and I went back, and I looking at season 1 or whatever. Girl, them wigs was just horrible. I said, damn.
Well, back then they weren't doing wigs, not like they do now. We were still wearing pieces, and
Girl, like
Major
she
wore her
had.
regular hair. She probably did clip-ins, extensions.
Girl, it was a mess.
It was,
It was
we
a
done
mess.
came up. We done
And
came up.
Giselle too. God dog. I said, good Jesus. Mm-mm. But Karen's looked horrible. And Karen, I guess when I first started watching the show, I didn't care for Karen. I didn't. I didn't see how everybody liked her so much. I didn't like her. I'm not saying that I didn't like her, but I didn't like how she tried to put up this facade that she's so Potomac, and Potomac people do this and that and the other. And I keep wanting to call him Greg. Ray family had to teach her the right proper etiquettes, and because of Potomac. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Oh God, I didn't like that. I said,
Well,
look,
it's funny that she looked younger now than she did then.
yeah, she looked better, but laying on that bed tonight, she didn't. I said, what's wrong?
I'm
But that's
saying.
right. She
Yeah.
looked like, she looked like she was half dead. I'm imagining, yeah, she's probably because she looked different in the season. And I probably, that was probably worrying her a lot because she looked like she aged to me.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
she looked aged. She didn't look remember, what was that? When she went on, what was that? What Happens Live? Was it last year? She had on
Uh,
that like the shirt and the panty thing.
Listen, I felt
The
like she was
leotard.
always doing a little bit much to me for her
Uh-huh.
age, and not. I don't try to. I hate to say for her age because I ain't even trying to age shame her about what she should wear and how she should dress. But I did like again. She looks younger, and I guess she act younger. Maybe that was the antidepressants.
Maybe so, honey.
But
I
I
don't
thought she
know.
might have been doing a little bit much.
Yeah, because, well, I always thought Karen was older than what she was. That she is,
Mm-hmm.
rather. I always thought so. Because when she was like the year she was supposed to be 59, I go, ain't no way in the hell that lady 59 years old. I'm like, get the heck out of here. Because to me, Karen looks my mom's age.
Mm-hmm.
Period. 69, 70 is what Karen looks to me all day long. I can't help it. All the nip tuck she had done, she still looks to me older.
I hear that.
And because she was trying to act like she wasn't much older than Giselle. I think she's, to me, she looks older. She doesn't look, and they used to always say Karen was lying about her age.
Right.
So I would look.
Well, she got a record, so we can find out.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. We can find out how old she really is because she probably ain't that much younger than Ray.
Lord dang.
I bet she. I mean, if I had to willing to guess, I have an aunt that's 62, and my aunt that's 62 don't look old as Karen. None. I mean, they just. I mean, to me, Karen always carried herself like an older lady to me. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the way she walked, the way she moved to me, even like in the earlier years, she just seemed much older than she was portraying to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I
Cause
can agree.
yeah, she just. I don't know. So she's 60. But she's 62. She say.
I think so.
Yeah. So I wonder how she. My thoughts and prayers are to her. But girl, I'm gonna get on off of here because I got to get myself prepared for tomorrow.
All right, honey. What we wanted to pop back on real quick so we could discuss that little video. Me and Housewives from a Housewife will go live tomorrow on Monday so that we can recap the entire episode of Real Housewives of Potomac and
What time?
Reunion Part 3. I think we're gonna still try to do two.
Okay, at 2 o'clock, everybody.
Two
2
o'clock,
o'clock.
2 o'clock.
Yeah, okay. I'll try to pop in and in between times
All right,
tomorrow.
honey.
I'll try to pop in and support. But thank you for everyone who did come in and stay in the bushes.
Okay, that's okay. Y'all gonna come out one day.
Please come out and chat with us. If you
Come
catch
out and play.
exactly. If you catch the replay, please chat with us in the comments and we will get back with you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my page and to Miss Brandy Janae.
That's
Guys,
correct. That's
uh-huh.
correct.
And you guys have a great evening and we'll get with you at
And have
another
a great
time.
week coming up.
Yes. All righty. So y'all take care. Good night.
Good night.